Hi, Noah James here. Welcome. So, after the video I released a couple of days ago, there must be at least a couple of you who are like, who is this guy? What? A ridiculous claim to make. What is he talking about? I don't know about this. So either you're thinking I'm crazy, I'm lying, I'm looking for attention, something. Um, Understandable. Believe me, I resisted the idea myself because it sounds outrageous. It sounds so stupid. It sounds so crazy, right? I am the Messiah. Like, come on, buddy. But really, truly, I resisted it. I did. What I think is the right course of action here, because obviously, if you have this spiritual awakening, and the universe tells you you are the savior of humanity, you have to do something with that. You can't just say "okay" and lie down, right? So what I'm going to do is tell you my story, and at the end of my story, maybe we will have an understanding. People have, for most of my adult life, people have been telling me you should write a book because I'm a good writer and my life has always been really crazy. But recently it's been extra super duper crazy, since I realized that I was the second coming of Christ. So I will be writing that book. Actually, maybe I'll even read it. Like, as I read it to you here and give it for free, because I'm not really interested in money. Money is a form of evil. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so I think the best course of action is to have you get to know me so that I can share with you my experience and you can understand why I say the things I do, how I know who I am, how everything happened, and how everything came together. Right? So, we'll start. By the way, I don't write anything ahead of time. I don't use scripts. Everything I've ever put on my channel is just like in the moment. I don't really pre-plan a lot of anything ever. Things just sort of work out or don't. But things always happen as they should, right? So anyway, so April 6th, 1985 was my birthday. But really, it was April 7th, 1985. What? I was born at 2:47 a.m. on April 7th, 1985. But the people working wrote the date wrong. They didn't realize it was past midnight and they wrote April 6th. So they got my birthday wrong. And for anyone who knows me in person, you already know this, but for those who don't, surprise, I'm transgender. I was born a girl. So my name was Lisa Marie. My mother wanted my first name to be Lisa-Marie. Lisa Marie. Like Lisa Marie Presley. That's who she named me after, which is pretty cool because, like, I love Elvis. To be named after Elvis's daughter. Nice, Mom. Good job. They made a mistake. They put Lisa, my first name, my middle name, Marie. Okay, so. Oh, also, by the way, I exist because my mom was told she could not have kids. When you can't have kids, why use protection? Mom had me at 36. Like all your life, you don't use protection because you can't have kids. Suddenly at 36, or 35, I guess, she got pregnant. Oh, funny. That's the age I am now. Yeah. So a woman who can't get pregnant gets pregnant, and then has a baby, and her hips were too small to deliver me, so I had to be delivered through C-section. And then they give me the wrong name and the wrong birthday. Already off to a good start, aren't we? And the story just kind of keeps going exactly on that tone right up until the present. Also, it's interesting, April 6th, 7th is right around Easter, the day of the resurrection of Christ. That never even occurred to me until the other day, to be honest. And I've known who I am for 2 years now. And it didn't really occur to me that my birthday coincides with Easter. And Easter is kind of like the way Easter moves. Yeah, so interesting. Anyway, so I was born, and immediately I started attracting incompetence. Well, like I explained with the staff at the hospital, they wrote down my date of birth wrong and my name wrong. So pretty much. Oh, by the way, this whole thing, my life story that I'm going to tell you, is going to be a bit PC and all over the place because I have ADHD. It's very hard for me to focus on one thing, but I will always get back to the original thought. I go off on a lot of tangents, but then I come back. So bear with me. We'll get through, and it'll be fun. I assure you. It will get better and better. The beginning is already pretty, I think, weird, but it gets weirder and weirder and more exciting as it goes. The older I get in the story, the more crazy things are going to happen, I assure you. So yes, tangent. I figured out what the Christ is. Okay, it's many things. Christ is a concept. It's not a person. It's a concept. Sorry, I know this will offend a lot of Christians. You view Christ as a person? I mean, yes. Okay, well, Christ and God are different but the same. They both are and are not a person, and they both are and are not me, but also everybody else, and also everyone and no one at the same time. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about. I will say what I know I am is, let's call life, well, animals are almost like biological machines, right? It's like life itself. Okay, like humans build robots and God builds animals. God being nature builds animals. So, we're kind of like biological robots, right? So we're like biological machines. I hope you understand, you see my logic here. So I am a special biological machine with a special CPU, which is the brain, where I was put here to be made aware of all problems and be able to solve all problems. All in one brain, all in one organism, all in one robot. That's how you can see me, a problem solver, the ultimate problem solver. So I was born here to attract every possible human problem, everything that could go wrong, everything. I've attracted every negativity possible, and I've overcome it, figured it out, and I'm continuously doing that. So this is my role here for you, to attract all the problems and to overcome them. That's, the Bible says, taking on the sins of the world. You see, that's kind of what it means. You attract all the problems and then you overcome them. You're taking on the sins of the world and being redeemed. It's, the Bible is real, but it is misinterpreted grossly, horribly misinterpreted. I have cracked the code. I figured all of it out. I fully understand what it all means, how it applies to reality, how it applies to the past, present, and future, and where we're headed. And it's somewhere really good. Heaven, yeah, it exists. Hell, it's not a place you get sent to for punishment. It's, we'll talk about that later. You won't like what hell really is. A lot of you won't like what hell really is. But a lot of you will be relieved to know what hell really is. It was actually the concept of hell that made me realize, it was a big part of what made me realize who I really am. And it's what made me stop worshiping false gods and stop being controlled by the will of humans. So, the whole story is very interesting. Anyway, so, we're already at 12 minutes. Okay. Let's get a move on. I'm already just being born, right? But this is it. I'm born here to attract problems. So, like I said, I'm born to a barren woman who can't conceive, and she conceived, but then she can't deliver, and she delivers through technology. And then I attract the incompetence of nursing staff or whoever, the record keepers. They put my name and birthday wrong. So already I'm fulfilling my purpose. I'm attracting all the gunk. So yes, April 6, 1985, 2:47 a.m. for those of you interested in numbers. And numbers are important. A lot of Christians think numerology and things like this are evil. Not at all. Not at all. The universe, nature, the universe, God, that's all one concept. And it thrives on code. It is not, it self-governs with numbers. Like, we are numbers, kind of. Everything is mathematical code, if you really, really get down to it and understand it. In terms of physics and chemistry and biology, everything, it's numbers are very important. And to say that something's magical and therefore ignore it and say it's fake is wrong. And to say that to use numbers to determine things is evil, that's also wrong. You have to be open to experiencing things for what they are. You have to always keep your eyes open to the evidence before you. I encourage everybody always to have a scientific mind and to exercise critical thinking. And through exercising critical thinking and and I don't just believe things that I have no evidence for. Never. No, not at all. I do not believe one concept that I made up in my mind and that I have no evidence for. Only things I've seen do I believe. Basically, I don't believe anything. I either know something or don't know something. I should probably stop using the word believe entirely. Though it's here tattooed on my face. Actually, this is, tangent. I got this. Believe in mirror text for myself, because I never believed in myself. Nobody ever believed in me either. And I'm not saying that like as, Jesus. I'm saying that as just as Noah, myself, a human. Very few people in my life have believed in me. And yeah, it got me down. I was born believing in myself, but that was stomped out of me by the adults around, like adults do. They don't mean to, but children are vulnerable, and adults don't realize the consequence of so many of their small actions affect children permanently, and they're unaware. It's not their fault. Yeah, all the love for myself was stomped out of me at a young age. And so, anyway, I got this mirror text, believe, on my face, so that every time I look in the mirror, it would be a reminder, believe in yourself. And, I give that advice to everybody. Take care of yourself first, believe in yourself, and you can move mountains. Oh no, someone's calling. Well, you know what? Maybe that's the universe telling me, wrap it up. People can't focus for too long. All right. I'll see you another time. Bye, guys.